Hello and welcome to Olympic Change Partners. I'm Nick Nortelli. I'm joined by my colleague and co-founder, David Burton, and we're going to tell you a little bit about why we founded Olympic Change Partners. I suspect if you're joining us today, you're already on a change journey, and we'd like to come along for the ride. Let me turn it over to David. He's going to tell you a little bit about what you can expect to find, not only in our podcast, but also on our website, olympichangepartners.com. Welcome, David.
Thank you. Nick, and just by full disclosure, Nick and I have known each other for about 4 centuries, and we've been through a lot of change and development and growth, both professionally and personally. Nick and I both have worked in hospitals. We've worked for large governments. I've been the chief consultant of large government agencies, and we've learned a lot from those experiences and from just the bumps and bruises that life has doled out to us. So Olympic Change Partners is about Olympic-sized change in our lives. It's about change not only professionally, organizationally, but also personally. So what we've done is we've created an opportunity to learn new skills, which is key in facilitating and adapting to change. And by the way, a lot of the information that we're going to be providing for you will hopefully inspire you to become an early adapter to change. You know, when you can see things happening instead of, oh no, I want to have yesterday back, or no, it'll never happen. Any of those kinds of things that people think about on their change journey. Instead of that, think first about embracing it. If you're a leader in an organization that's struggling with working with the hybrid models, remote work, my team wasn't really in the best shape before all that happened, and now I'm trying to get that stood up in a constructive way. Or whether you're an individual that's trying to launch an entrepreneurial effort. What does that take? What do I need to do? And everything in between. So we've got podcasts that'll be available on our YouTube channel and our website. We'll also have assessments because look, in order to change to something new, you got to know where you are. The best way to figure that out is by self-assessment.
Yep, you got to take that baseline measurement. Just like before you start a diet, you get on the scale so you can chart your progress.
Or when you're thinking about taking a trip, in the old days, we'd say you have to figure out how you're going to get there. Now we just use GPS, but I think the analogy is if you're going to go someplace, you've got to figure out how to get there.
And we're going to help you we're going to be your GPS for you. We'd like to
isn't that fun? I'm going to be your GPS.
Turn right now.
What a great, I'm going to use that as a pickup line later.
Oh, no. You'll let me know how that works out, David.
Yeah, I'll let you know. But we're a boutique consultancy with a lot of expertise in governments, hospitals, and technology areas. And as you
participate, we've literally been from the boardrooms of Chase Manhattan Bank with the Statue of Liberty out the window to the dungeons at San Quentin Prison. We have seen it all. We've walked over the hot coals, and we know the path through, so you won't get burnt.
Funeral homes, banks, governments, and hospitals are only a few of the places.
Only a few.
And of course,
we'll bring those stories to you as well.
Yeah. And, one of the things about our podcast is no matter how we plan, some of those stories and anecdotes seem to creep in a little bit. But one of the other things that we're offering, in addition to the education through podcasts and webinars and in-person workshops, is coaching, whether it's individual coaching or group coaching. I'm ICF certified. And also, we recognize that the last 5 years have been harder on some than maybe others. And so I just also want to say, grief counseling is something that also falls within our purview. So when we say Olympic Change Partners, we are headquartered in Northern Washington, Olympic. But the reality is that Olympic change is the change that we all need to move from where we are to where we'd like for our lives to be.
Yeah, and it won't happen overnight. We're not a miracle cure recipe. We're not confidence gurus. We are just going to tell it like it is. Sometimes we'll tell it like you don't want to hear, but we promise we'll be consistently entertaining, and you're always going to leave knowing more than when you started.
I think that that's probably the best way to talk about who we are, Nick. I think, I've done, they say 10,000, the magic number, 10,000 hours for different things. I've done well in excess of 10,000 hours of consulting, well in excess of 10,000 hours of organizational development, problem solving, quality assurance, well beyond 10,000 hours of counseling and coaching. So, we joke about how old we are. And if you're looking at me trying to figure out how old I am, you'll never figure it out. My plastic surgeon told me if I ever wanted to look 70 again, there were just some things I'd have to do. And gosh darn it, I've done them. So there's that.
And for me, just cut off a leg and count the rings. I mean,
there you go. There you go.
Like a tree.
But, Olympic Change Partners is new. We're not, I wouldn't call us the new kids on the block, but I think that what we're offering is definitely new. We are offering services both to businesses and to individual consumers because our skill set is broad enough to help build a success from whatever challenge you might be experiencing.
So check out our website. David's got it down below, olympicchangepartners.com. On there, you're going to find a ton of content. Great baseline opportunities with self-assessments to take that baseline measurement to get on the scale and find out where you're sitting. You'll find an array of podcasts that are ready, set, go. Go ahead and give us a listen, give us a watch. We're also going to have upcoming events that are pretty exciting. We're going to do some live events. So you're also going to be able to track our calendar and find out where we're going to be when. And unlike our podcasts, our live events will give you a chance to interact directly with us. We also will have full workshops where the podcast will give you a taste of the content. The workshops are going to give you the full experience along with a lot of coaching and tools. So please join us. Come see us at olympicchangepartners.com, and we'll see you back. Thank you.